Hello, everyone. Welcome to the online version of Sounds of the Ocean. I am your host, Joshua Miller, and musician tonight. Very excited to bring this offering online. What is Sounds of the Ocean? Sounds of the Ocean is a movement to combine health and wellness with environmental conservation. We are passionate to use sound as a tool to relax and allow us to tap into our subconscious mind, receiving good vibrations from nature's best singers, which are the whales. We have a very special guest joining us today. His name is Dr. John Ryan, and he works for the Monterey Bay Aquatic Research Institute. He is patched in over Skype. Welcome, John. Hello.
Greetings, Josh. Good to be here with you virtually in this new context for collaboration.
Well, John, what's most alive for you today in this topic of ocean conservation and sound meditation?
You know, coming from a research background, I work as a biological oceanographer studying life in the ocean. So what's most alive for me really all the time is using these recordings of sound in the ocean to understand ocean life. That's always alive. And these opportunities to collaborate between the arts and sciences are very rich.
Awesome. I want to hear more about the science behind what you do and where these recordings come from. Would you like to take us through some of that?
I'd love to. Thank you, Josh. And greetings to everyone joining us. Thanks for coming on a journey with us. I really love this photograph you're seeing on the title slide. It was taken by Bryant Austin and is entitled "A Mother Listens." And there are a lot of reasons why I love it, but one of them is that it invites me to submerge. It has a very meditative feel to it. One of the first questions we come to is, why listen in the ocean? This largest of habitats on Earth is largely dark. Light, sunlight from the surface can reach up to hundreds of meters into the sea. In contrast, sound can travel thousands to millions of meters. So it is natural that ocean life has evolved to use sound. So for example, marine mammals use sound to communicate, find food, navigate, reproduce. It's absolutely essential. This means that we can learn a lot about their lives just by listening. And it also means that we need to be careful about the noise we introduce into the ocean, because that noise can cause harm. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has long been involved in the protection of species and habitats, and there is a growing realization that protection of acoustic habitat is essential. So for example, this is the cover page of NOAA's Ocean Noise Strategy Roadmap. It is intended to help organize the efforts of the agency and engage our national marine sanctuaries. Some of the effects that our noise can have on marine life include, of course, interference with communication, causing acute and chronic stress. For example, forcing animals to leave habitat that they really need to be in order to survive. And in extreme cases, if the sound is very intense, it can cause physiological damage. So how are we listening? This is MARS, stands for Monterey Accelerated Research System. It's a cabled observatory that allows us to conduct research in the deep sea while being connected to it. So let's fly to Mars. As we move here into Moss Landing at the center of the bay, this is where I work at Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute. That was my office. And the cable runs from Embodied across the northern continental shelf, north of Monterey Submarine Canyon here, south of Santa Cruz, and out to the edge of the continental shelf, where it drops off to a steeper slope to Smooth Ridge. And here on Smooth Ridge, you'll see video now of the main node. Here it is, the cable coming in from shore, and here's where we plug in our instruments to conduct research. And as we zoom out from this observatory, we can see it's located in this natural geological amphitheater open to the Pacific. That's one thing, one aspect that makes this just a really great location to listen. If we view that cabled observatory from offshore, here's Moss Landing. So for example, here's the hydrophone that has collected the recordings that you're going to hear this evening. We're really in a great location to listen. I mentioned the natural amphitheater here, where we're also sitting in the middle of a national marine sanctuary. And the sanctuary, in turn, is in the middle of a very productive ecosystem called the California Current. Ocean circulation transports deep water to the surface, into the sunlight here, bringing nutrients and fertilizing the ecosystem, resulting in tremendous biodiversity, including marine mammals that we can study through sound. And what do we hear when we listen? This is a visual representation of sound, a spectrogram. Along the horizontal axis, you have time. This is a day in the life of our soundscape, 24 hours. And on the vertical axis, you have frequency or pitch, from low frequency to high frequency. This box here defines the range of human hearing. And of course, we're recording within the range of human hearing, as well as below and well above. And the warmer colors in this spectrogram represent more sound energy. So for example, we can see the acoustic signatures of dolphins within and outside the range of human hearing. Humpback whales singing, blue whales singing, fin whales singing. So you can tell there's a lot of song going on in the ocean. We also have human sounds like these boats passing by. We have sounds of the earth like the wind picking up in the afternoon and earthquakes rumbling the low frequency end. And we can also hear rain. Here we are 3,000 feet below the surface. We can hear rain at the surface. It tells you how good the ocean is at transmitting sound. So now let's hear and see some of the sounds that we record through this hydrophone. In each of these sounds, you'll see a little spectrogram, about 15 seconds of time along the horizontal axis, and different frequency ranges depending on what the sound is. So Josh, would you go ahead and play that first video? So here what you have is the frequency range just below 100 hertz to nearly 900 hertz. And you are seeing bright colors where the whale is singing a song unit or note. And this song is quite complex. This box defines approximately a 15-minute song that starts at the high frequency end, drops into the mid-range, and then ends filling out the mid and low range. Then after a pause, it sings the song again with some degree of improvisation. They're really beautiful and varied to listen to. Now, the lower end of frequency in this humpback whale song is at about 90 hertz. So let's drop into the bass section below that. Including below the limit of human hearing, we have the song of a blue whale, the most massive animal to have ever lived on Earth. Their songs are comprised of three types of units, A, B, and C. Scientists are very creative in their naming, A, B, and C. And the B call is the strongest, particularly its third harmonic. You see 5 harmonics of that call here. And you can see each call type has its own cadence. The A call at its cadence, B call at a different, and then the C call initiating each B call. Really beautiful compositions. It's hard to feel connected to ocean life. It's such a strange environment, and sound gives us a way to connect with ocean life. So we share our recordings for research and for public outreach. So if you are interested in ocean sound, you can experience more of it, including with a subwoofer that will go beyond hearing and seeing into feeling the sound, at the NOAA, Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary Exploration Center in Santa Cruz. It's across from the wharf, and it's a free venue with a great exhibit and many great exhibits. Also on the Embodied website, you can access a live stream and a recording library. And both of these resources are accessible now through an Amazon Alexa skill that you can enable on your devices. So Josh, if we can play one more video, it would be the Alexa video.
Alexa, ask Ocean Soundscape to play Humpback Whale.
Here is a 6-minute 43 seconds recording of a single humpback whale song. They can repeat their songs for many hours.
Cool fact. There it is. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm scared. Listen. How does it make that sound? Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, thank you for this opportunity to share a little bit of the science and technology beneath these recordings.
Thank you so much, John. I want to thank you for giving us your time and expertise, and hope that you can get cozy to go on this journey with us.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Josh.